In our previous lesson, we did painted paper, and one of those pieces of paper was yellow. We're going to take that piece of paper and paint the upper top portion brown. Make sure that paint is wet. When you are done painting it brown, you will take a Q-tip at the top of the paper and do wavy lines. Put it on the drying rack to dry when you're done. Take your painted paper that was red and brown, and we used a fork to make texture. We're going to fold that piece of paper in half, pressing it down in the middle. This is going to be the body of your acorn. At the very top of the paper, start by drawing a straight line. Come all the way down, curve toward the bottom, and meet at a point. And stop. Now take your scissors and start cutting on that line. The paper has to be folded, and you're only going to do that to one side. You're going to see when you open your paper that it will create the body of your acorn. Now remove that paper that you cut away and put it in the trash. And now that your brown paper has dried, we're going to fold it in half. And take a oil pastel and start by drawing a line coming over and then down and over. It kind of looks like a rectangle, but with curved edges. Take your scissors and start cutting. Turn it over as you go and go straight and open it up. That will be the top of your acorn, the acorn's hat. This is a bit too long, and I want to cut the sides just a little bit, but if you like the way your acorn hat, the acorn top looks, keep it as is, and I'm going to fold it in half, or just cut the edge off with a curve. Place it on the top, and that's a perfect fit. Now that I have my perfect fit, I'm going to add a green leaf. Take the green paper that we painted together and fold it in half. This will be for the top of your acorn. You can make one leaf or two leaves. And on the side of your paper that's folded in half, you are going to draw a line coming out and down. So what it looks like is a curve, then a hump, 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 and a diagonal line. Once you have that, you can cut the edge of that black crayon. Now, if this part is too difficult, there's one other way I'm going to show you how you can make your leaf. Open it up, and you got your little leaf. If you want two leaves, here's another way that you can draw and add that leaf to the top of your acorn. We'll glue those on later with a brush and our glue bottle. We'll paint our glue on and then pet it like a puppy and turn it over. On the back of that paper, you can draw a leaf. Like this and cut it out from behind. Now make sure you'd use that oil pastel to draw on the back of the paper, not the front. You don't want to see those black lines. And cut it out. Once you're done cutting out that leaf, you can decide if you want one or two. You can make one giant big leaf if you want to. It doesn't all have to look the same. It's totally up to you. But once you are done cutting out that leaf, you will get out your glue and your brush. Glue the leaf. First, glue the brown yellow paper on top of your acorn. Flip it over, pet it like a puppy, and then you're going to cut and glue the green leaves onto your acorn and flip it over, pet it like a puppy. Now we're going to add a fun little face to our acorn. We will draw that face on after we glue the back onto the top of our acorn. Pet it like a puppy. Make sure everything is glued. Turn it over, and you will take a black oil pastel and a pink oil pastel. The pink is going to be for the cheeks of the acorn, and the black will be for the eyes. Now you can make these eyes really big or small. I'm doing a smaller eye, and you can add a highlight in the eye using a white oil pastel. And for the face, for his mouth, the acorn's mouth, you can do a tiny mouth or a big mouth or a medium-sized mouth. You can make the mouth smile really big, or you can do a surprised face as if the acorn is falling from the tree. I will let you decide how you want to draw in his face, but a tiny little smile is what I'm going to add to mine. And then on the side of my smile, I'm going to do 2 pink circles for cheeks. Press down nice and firmly so you really have that added into your picture. Sometimes you've got to even press hard to cover up the lines. And you are finished. Add your face and you are done. And here's some examples of acorns others have made.